All right, here we go. Topic 1, Algebra 2, topic review. And getting ready for the exam here, checking to see if we know how to do everything that's going to show up on the exam. Oh, great. This is one of those problems. It's got 3 parts. Seems like the chance of me getting all 3 parts right is slim. Type something wrong in along the way. All right, so here's what we have though. We're going to graph this equation. Remember, absolute value is the V graph, and normally it's at the origin and it has slopes of 1 and -1. It's a really bad sketch, but use your imagination. All right, so then the +4 inside the that's attached to the X, remember that's backwards in my mind. +4 would go to the right, but when it's on there, we need to go to the left. So it does appear that all of these are probably moved 4 to the left. So that didn't help anything. The one outside of here is 4 up. That first one was left. So like this graph is not moved 4 up. So that's out. This is not moved 4 up. So that's out. And so now the question is, 4 left and 4 up would put that vertex, if you will, that's on the absolute value V graph. Now the question, the negative flips it down. These are both flipped down, so that doesn't help. And then the 2, that should make it steeper. This like has an effect like the slope. So it's going to make it a steeper slope. So that's going to get us the answer of A. This looks like it's more like a 1/2 over here, so that it's a wider, the horizontal or the vertical compression, horizontal stretch like. So let's see how we do if we select the A here using all those things. All right, now that's step 1 or part 1. Let's see, we've got 2 more to go here. Next one says list the X intercepts. All right, so remember what an X intercept is. If you have an X intercept, it's talking about the point where it's right on the x-axis, right? And what's the value of y there would be my way of approaching this, and the y would be 0. So we're talking about setting this 0 and then solving the equation. So I've got 0 equals, like this pen is really skinny. I'd like it to be a little heavier line to show up a little better. Let's see if this, there we go, that's better. 0 equals, and we've got the -2 absolute value of x plus 4 in absolute value and a +4 on the outside. All right, now the next step you need to kind of use here is get the absolute value alone. Just like, let's say this whole big absolute value thing here was one big y. How would you solve for y? First, you would subtract the 4 over and then divide by the -2, right? That would get the y alone. So we're going to do that kind of thing right here. Let's get the absolute value part alone. So subtract the 4. I'm going to just show it like that. So I've got a -4 equals 2 times that absolute value of x plus 4. Trying to get this whole absolute value piece alone. So now divide by 2. So if I divide by this 2 to get rid of that 2, -4 divided by 2, -4 divided by 2 is -2. Hey, wait a minute. If you're paying attention right now, -2 equals an absolute value. Unless, oh, I think I made a mistake here. Let's check something out. This was a -2 and I lost my negative there. So dividing by a -2 right here, which would be a positive. All right. Had that been a -2 there, what I was kind of thinking at first is there's no solution or no x-intercepts, but we can clearly see they're supposed to be right there. So that's what made me start thinking I must have a mistake somewhere. All right, so what we're looking for here is what's inside of here, the absolute value of what 2 numbers would equal 2. And isn't that 2 and a -2? What's the absolute value of 2? 2, and what's the absolute value of -2? also 2. So what we're trying to figure out is when this x plus 4 comes out to a 2, or when the x plus 4 equals a negative 2. So if you subtracted this 4 over to the other side, that'd be a negative 2 for x. That's one answer. If I subtract this 4 to the other side, negative 2 minus 4, even 4 smaller than negative 2, that's negative 6. Okay, so those are our two answers. Those are what we need to type in over here. So right in here, always read below in the blueprint underneath there what it is how they want it typed. And it says an ordered pair. So remember, these were on the X Intercepts. So if I get their ordered pair, one of them was negative 2. So that'd be negative 2, comma 0. I'm going to arrow to the right again to get further over in that blue box. There we go. And then separated by commas. So comma in between there. And then the other one, I'm going to click and use their order pair again. Again, because I feel like I've gotten that counted wrong when I've done it with my parentheses on the keyboard. All right. So I feel pretty good about that. If we wanted to, we could put that in Desmos or something and just look for, you know, it lets you click on it. But I think we're doing all right here. I'm going to just go ahead and check it. All right. Then I'm going to clean off this page. It's getting so confusing. I can't hardly see anything. So let's clear all my drawings there. Then we're supposed to list the Y-intercept. Remember, what's a Y-intercept? The Y-intercept is the point where the graph crosses the y-axis, right? So this graph crosses the y-axis right in there. And then we need to find that. Well, what's true at that point is that x equals 0, right? If you don't go left or right at all from the origin, x is 0. So we're just going to put a 0 in place of this x right here and work this out. So we've got negative 2. What's 0 plus 4? That's 4. Absolute value of that 4 is just 4 times that negative 2 out in front there. That's a negative 8, and then plus this 4 that's on the end. So that's a negative 4, and that looks reasonable. That looks like this point could be negative 4. So let's see, let's scroll down there. Get my right cursor here, get down there. And we just had 1. So let's see. Again, I'm going to use their symbols just to be careful. Arrow to the right twice. Negative 4, comma 0. Yeah, go back up there. Oh, that's not right. Negative 4, 0 would be on the x-axis. Oh, I put them backwards. Let's change that. So 0 left and right, negative 4 down. Now I just typed that in there and didn't use theirs, but we'll see. It'll give us another shot at it if it counts it wrong. All right, so I used the keyboard that time and it worked out well. So, okay, with that, I think that's the last part of this problem. So I hope that helps. If you get where you mess something up, always be thinking, what's the X-intercept? What's the Y-intercept? What do we know about it? And just stick with it. Determination. You can do this.